This is the Bangor Daily News SportsNet Maine Tourney 2014 recap. I'm Jim Churchill with the action from the first session on Friday, February 14th. This tourney update presented by Greenway Equipment. For the best in John Deere sales and service, it's Greenway Equipment with 2 locations in Bangor and Ellsworth. Visit us at greenwayequipment.com and be sure to like us on Facebook. Greenway Equipment, nothing runs like a Deere. Let's get to the action. Class B schools getting the Eastern Maine Tournament in 2014 underway. Game number 1, the first ever at the Cross Insurance Center in the Eastern Maine Tournament, featured number 3 MDI against number 6 Old Town. MDI a bye, Old Town coming off a prelim win over Waterville. The Indians got off to a strong start. Mitchell Cole ahead to Garvey Melmed, who laid it in for 2. MDI hanging tough in the first half. Here's Stephen Hanscom spinning for 2 points. But in the end, the Coyotes hot down the stretch, 6 consecutive wins coming into this one. Eric Hoopter, who finished up with 17 points and 10 rebounds, splits the defense here, picks up 2. Moments after the game, we talked with our BDN player of the game.
Yeah, we had 5 home games the last 5 games, and we worked really hard in practice and every day, and we came out in the end. And tonight we just all worked hard, and we got the win.
And the final once again in the first ever tournament game at the Cross Insurance Center. Old Town with a victory over MDI 57-44. The leading scorer for MDI, Andrew Davis, with 13 points. Our Tourney 2014 highlights are brought to you by Sergeant Tyler & West. Sergeant Tyler & West has been providing insurance coverage for individuals and business owners across the state of Maine since 1869. Call 992-5200 or visit stwinsurance.com. For all your insurance needs, it's Sergeant Tyler & West, the coverage you need and the service you deserve. Now we move on to game number 2 of the evening session. Number 2, Camden Hills, taking on number 10, Ellsworth. Ellsworth coming off a prelim win over Medomec. Camden, the Windjammers, had a lead of 1 point at the half, of 3 points at the end of 3. A strong night here from Nick Bagley as he drains the 3. Bagley would end up with 19 points for the Eagles. Here's a nice drive and the hoop and the foul. Chandler Kranz, who led Camden Hills with 16 points, the bucket there. But a big story in this one, the performance of freshman Bryce Harmon. As he scored 20 points overall, he went 14 of 15 from the free throw line, and he is our BDN Maine player of the game, and the freshman very excited along with his teammates after the upset victory over Camden Hills. The final in this one, Ellsworth 71, Camden Hills 62. The BDN Maine Tourney 2014 post-game interviews are brought to you in part by Dean's Detailing. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment. Book your appointment online at deansdetailing.com. Check out our valet service for Tourney 2014. Dean's Detailing, we make used look like new. Well, it's time to check in with Ernie Clark, one of the Bangor Daily News sports reporters covering the Eastern Maine Class B, C, and D tournament. Ernie, first year here in the Cross Center in Bangor, first session. Bangor is upset city right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. You've got a number 6 seed and a number 10 seed advancing to the Eastern Maine Class B semifinals, with Old Town knocking off number 3 Mount Desert Island, and Ellsworth, after a prelim upset, tonight knocking off the number 2 seed, the Camden Hills Windjammers.
Ernie, let's also talk about some of the great individual performances here tonight. Our BDN players of the game. First in game 1 in the Old Town victory, Eric Hoopterp, solid for the Coyotes.
Yeah, it really was. It was hard to pick a player of the game in that game because it's a pretty balanced attack, both offensively and on the backboards by Old Town, that got the best of MDI. But Eric Hoopterp, 17 points, and from the guard position grabbed a game-high 10 rebounds. Very active on the offensive glass, and that was a key to Old Town holding off and winning in the quarterfinals.
And in game 2, Ellsworth, led by a freshman, Bryce Harmon, went 14 of 15 from the line under the bright lights.
Yeah, just a little guy, about 5'6", but played so big tonight for an Ellsworth team that's on a good roll right now. As we mentioned, the number 10 seed, knocking off number 7 Medomec Valley in the prelims, and then tonight an upset over a much bigger Camden Hills team. But one thing that Harmon did as the point guard, he limited the turnovers, gave Ellsworth opportunities to get good shots. They knocked down three-pointers to stay in the game, and then his late free throw shooting put it away.
All right, thank you, Ernie.
My pleasure.
This Tourney update brought to you by Northeast Auto and Cycle School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Sign up now for February and March classes at northeastautocycle.com. In the final game of the session, first session of the tournament at the Cross Insurance Center, number 3 MDI Trojan girls against the Ellsworth Eagle girls. Ellsworth coming off a prelim win. They were the number 11 seed. Here's a great move by Sarah Phelps for MDI, scooping one up and in. For Ellsworth, Haley Langley tried to keep her team in this one. She led the Eagles with 18 points, drains that one from the right baseline. Our BDN player of the game in this one, though, was Hannah Shaw. Shaw, who missed the final regular season game due to injury, came up big tonight for MDI as she had 16 points and 14 rebounds. A lot of attention on Presque Isle and Nokomis. Hannah Shaw does not want the Trojans to be forgotten.
We don't want to be forgotten. I mean, we're working really hard, and we'll meet Nokomis next round probably, so looking forward to it.
The final in game number 3, MDI picks up the victory 54-40. They head on to semifinal action. That's going to do it for the BDN Maine Tourney Update presented by Greenway Equipment. Nothing runs like a deer. For SportsNet Maine, I'm Jim Churchill.